already a month into the new year, and I've got some books, movies, TV, and music to share with you. Okay, let's do it. This month has been spent rereading the Percy Jackson series. I already read the first one at the end of the last year, but this month I got to Sea of Monsters, Titan's Curse, and Battle of the Labyrinth. I have such a deep love for this series. It's funny, dramatic, lighthearted, but also hard-hitting. It's honestly the perfect middle grade series. I know I've mentioned this before, but I always end up forgetting a lot about these books, so rereading them is almost like reading them again for the first time. But also not, since I do remember the big moments. It's a strange yet fun dynamic. Anyway, I'm reading The Last Olympian right now, and I'm so excited. Sea of Monsters and Titan's Curse gets 4 stars, Battle of the Labyrinth gets 4.5. I watched 23 movies this month. I don't even know. Okay, let's just talk about them. I enjoyed Onward for the most part. I really liked this world in which magic used to exist but eventually faded into nothing. It hinges on a fun premise, and it's a pretty heartwarming story of family. It was sweet, but wasn't anything that really blew me away. So, 3 stars. I rewatched all the Narnia movies. I am very biased when it comes to these movies, seeing as I spent my entire childhood watching The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe and Prince Caspian. My grade 3 and 4 teacher loved Narnia, and we would watch these movies in the library before winter breaks and stuff like that. This was my first time rewatching them, probably since grade 4, and they still give me so much joy. I'd never actually seen Voyage of the Dawn Treader, and while it's definitely not as good, it's still a fun time since I love these characters and these stories. And yes, Peter and Caspian were among my first crushes, along with Percy Jackson, Susan, and Annabeth too. Anyway, objectively, the films are not the best, and I know that, but it's a great trip down memory lane, and they have a really special place in my heart. Lion gets 4 stars, Caspian gets 3.5, and Dawn Treader gets 2. Speaking of memory lane and Percy Jackson, I rewatched both Percy Jackson movies in the same day, because apparently I don't love myself. Man, these movies are bad. Like, really bad. The Lightning Thief changes everything from the original book, which was a bad decision because, like, what is this movie? I thought I'd gotten to the point where I could watch this and know it was bad, but still just sit and be quiet, but I was wrong. I was really out here yelling about all the things they got wrong and how they cheapened the story at almost every turn. The Sea of Monsters, while I think it does follow the book more, still manages to get everything so badly wrong. All the characters are bland, the mythology is clunkily explained, and sometimes incorrect, and the effects are present. Literally the only good thing about this is Logan Lerman. I had the fattest crush on him, I still have the fattest crush on him, and he honestly would have been the perfect casting for older Percy, like in the Heroes of Olympus. But seeing as Percy is supposed to be 12, yeah, no. The Lightning Thief gets 1.5 stars, Sea of Monsters gets 1. Then I rewatched Moana, which was definitely a hell of a step up from Percy Jackson. This movie is so great. The animation is absolutely stunning. The climax of this movie might be one of my favorite bits of animation to come out of Disney Pixar. It's right up there with the Tangled Lantern scene. The songs in this one are pretty awesome too. Gotta love Lin-Manuel Miranda, and Ali Carvalho's voice is so powerful. 3.5 stars. I forgot how good How to Train Your Dragon is. Seriously, this movie is quite possibly one of my favorite animated movies. I have a soft spot for dragons. I love them so much. If a story has a dragon in it, I'm that much more likely to seek it out. But aside from Toothless, I love this world and these characters. It's written with a lot of love and emotion, and of course the animated flying sequences are fantastic. I can't wait to carry on with the series. I've seen the second one, but not the third, so it should be a fun time. Also, petition to put dragons into every story ever. 4.5 stars. I rewatched Knives Out, and man do I love this movie. The Arstall cast really brings it, and the writing is so fun and smart. I remember watching it for the first time, being completely enthralled and confused by this mystery, and while I knew all the answers this time around, I still had such a great time. This is such a feel-good movie to me, which is strange, seeing as it's about murder, but with Daniel Craig's insane accent and vocabulary, this dynamic cast of characters, the wonderful set design, the badass score, and Chris Evans' gorgeous sweater, it's just a chef's kiss of a movie. I had the biggest, stupidest smile on my face the whole way through. I am trash for it. And apparently there's gonna be a sequel, not with this family, but with Benoit Blanc solving another mystery, and I am so ready for it. Benoit Blanc is our modern-day Hercule Poirot, and I want an entire cinematic universe of him just solving mysteries with his impeccable manners and fantastic accent. 5 stars. Then I started rewatching the entirety of the MCU. I will not get into it here because I'm planning a whole video about them, but just know that I got from Iron Man all the way to Doctor Strange. So, 14 movies? That sounds about right. Yeah. Apparently I'm not a student if I'm just allowed to watch 23 movies in 18 days. Someone needs to stop me. I literally watched 0 TV this month. See, rewatching the entire MCU. Guess I'll have to do better next month. Sonlux released the second part of their Tomorrow's series, Tomorrow's 2, and I'm really digging it. I love Sonlux. Most everything they've put out has been incredible, and this album is no different. Their experimental quality is refreshing. I love listening to them because they do such strange things that seem like they shouldn't work, but somehow do. My favorites from this are probably Prophecy, Leaves, and Apart. 4 stars. I will leave the singular significant piece of music I listened to this month linked in the description if you want to check it out. And there you have it. Those were the books, movies, TV, and music I got to this month. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Comment down below some stuff you loved this month. If you like this sort of stuff and you want to see more of it from me, make sure to hit that subscribe button because I make videos every Friday. I'm also on platforms, so if you want to follow me on Instagram, Twitter, Goodreads, and Letterboxd, those links will be in the description below. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video.